Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. Today, we're going to try from a different angle, a little something different. And what I've wanted to do is a channeled heart chakra reading. This is something that I have been working with a lot lately for myself, and I thought that I'd be able to take a look here for you and see what comes up. So, let's see what comes up. So, all right. I want everybody to know that this is for the collective, meaning it doesn't matter what birthday you are and what month it is. When you find this reading, you're supposed to find this reading. There are wonderful readers here available to us on YouTube, and they each have their own skill set. And sometimes I stumble across things that were from 2 years ago that speak precisely into my situation today. So we have a couple of different decks here, and we're going to pull our first signifiers. We're going to get into some soulmate cards, as well as some cards pertaining to just our traditional tarot. Now, this is interesting. 2 cards came out here, so we're going to take both. We have flow, and we have find balance. I think find balance is where we need to be right now. Yes. Challenging times. Guys, so as we're doing this, what I want to say is that this could be absolutely for the collective en masse regarding what's going on with the coronavirus, regarding how we are responding to it, dealing with it. So there are double meanings that I'm seeing as we begin for this reading, and this could also be a romance reading. I will clarify between the two. Let me first get out what I think needs to be gotten out, which is that for the collective, we are dealing with a situation where, to me, it feels like we're going to move our little rose quartz over here and just continue that. So, to me, it feels like we as a collective have been refusing to see. That's what I think that this is about. Now, I know that a lot of readers have had opinions about what's going on here, but I feel like what's going on here is that we haven't wanted to take a look as a society as to the way that we have distanced ourselves from one another. I have another video I made about what I felt like the coronavirus was about and how we are rebalancing. And so if you have time, it will be linked above. We as a society and as a collective are trying to find balance here as well. And that's something that I think that we have lost, balance. This perfect wheel of all of our things coming into one. We've noticed that when one thing in our ecosystem gets out of balance, the other things too fall out of balance, and it throws off everything. This is an effect that is so powerful, and it really does matter. It really does affect the way that we deal with things. Clearly, we know we're in these challenging times, guys. We know we're in these challenging times. We're all feeling it. And the thing that strikes me here is that this person has put himself in a shield, in a bubble, and he's trying to stay away. That's what this feels like to me, from the energies. And it's almost like he's insulating himself from the world. I think this is very apropos for our times, my loves. We are insulating ourselves from the world because we refuse to see how much we had insulated ourselves from one another. Do you see the connection? We weren't really looking at the way that we were treating each other. And we were all about self and this greed and this consumption. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has a way of coming in and balancing things. And the balance here is inescapable. We are coming into a balance. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize it. Finding balance. Yeah, thank you, Source. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Angels. So that is something that is happening. Now, here's the other thing that's going on here. Flow. Okay, so going with the flow, being in the flow. In our lives, we have certainly become an upstream society, right? So we're swimming, and we pride ourselves on that, don't we? If you are not working hard, you are not working. And our social media feeds have become these competitions regarding how hard we're working, what we're willing to do, how much we're pushing, what we're creating, when we're going to get our next creative thing off the ground. And it's so interesting to me because it feels like we have a situation here where all of that work and all of that rush to work and all of that rush to be the best, where does it leave us now when we're quarantined and when we can't even see our way outside of our homes? Where does it leave us? I'm going to pull just a couple of cards here just to see what is going on. We thought we were getting away with something. We thought we were getting away with something, didn't we? Now, in the romantic reading, this is that someone thought they were getting away with something, but the secrets were revealed. It's very interesting. Next. Instead of going with the flow, we have been stuck in self-mastery, self-obsession, self-absorption, and it's okay. If this were right side up, we'd be saying something different. I don't usually read in verses. So we're going to take a look. Challenging times. Here, under challenging times, what I see is this Page of Pentacles, this small paltry offer, something being brought to you. Now, if we're in romantic situations, this is something being brought to you and an offer being brought to you. But in our worldscape and the landscape that we're under now, this challenging times, this Page of Pentacles, are about the small solutions that are starting to begin to matriculate in regarding how to manage this. But the thing about it is he has a force field here for the whole world. He needs way more than what this person has in its hand. And that's also a call to action to our scientists and our creators and our great thinkers and prayer warriors, that we need to be pouring all of our energy into a resource and into a stream or a place where not just pacifying words can be given, but actual cures and dealing with this in a different way. I'm going to just pull one more to Mother Earth, the Empress, the Great Mother. The Great Mother wants to be here and will correct and will. And now it's so interesting because I have major arcana here in front of me. And the first thing here was also the Empress, pregnant with possibility, hope, able to regenerate and create life. Let us not doubt what God is doing. Let us not doubt what the universe is doing, even in its sadness and despair, even in the unfortunate, tragic lives lost or affected. Mother Earth will right herself here. The great queen, down to earth, Mother Earth, creator of all things, will right itself. That's what I want you guys to know from this. Here's what, but it needs quick decision. It needs quick information. Final card here, Queen of Swords. Now, this is not, see, this is the nurturing mother. This is the queen that's no nonsense. This is the queen that's not playing games. This is the queen that's saying, you know what? This is not going to work. Now, one of the things that we are needing here and that we need to develop, and I think it's because we were refusing to see our disconnection, was patience. So this is Archangel Jophiel, and he says your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. So stay in this. They still need nurturing and daily nurturing and patience. I think this is really interesting because this has to do with what we are recreating after these challenging times. Okay, that's what that's about as far as I see it. Now, I want to get into the reading regarding the lovers, and we'll pull these cards to clarify these. And let's take this deeper. So 2 parts here. For those of you that are tuned into the collective consciousness and what we are learning through these times, these are some of the things that are coming up. For those of you who are wanting the romance, we're going to get into the romance as well. Now, here's the deal, guys. So, with the cards in front of us, let's talk about our lovers. Let's talk about separations. What have we been refusing to see? I have a video that I'm going to upload here called Shiva Shakti and the Spider Bite, where Lord Shiva has this third eye on his head. And that is about balancing our masculine with our feminine. This would be a representation of Shakti here, the Empress, divine feminine. This is masculine, and there was a balance that we were refusing to see with one of our masculines. Come on, guys, come with me. Come with me if you're aware of soulmates and divine masculines. Come with me if you're aware of divine feminine and karmics and the imbalance. Let's talk about this. So what were we refusing to see with our divine masculine? Were we refusing to find balance with them? Did we think that we could be supreme and total Empress Mother without the balance of the Queen of Swords, without the balance of wisdom and boundaries? That's what this Queen of Swords represents, guys. She is wisdom and boundaries. Take a look. She is wisdom and boundaries. What were we refusing to see? Well, what we were refusing to see, I'm going to turn this card upright, but it was revealed to us because nothing done in the dark stays in the dark. It always comes to light. Lies, deception. This guy's a nasty bit. He is a nasty character. Here's the deal. We have Five of Swords where we have the light malice of a teenager. Understand that. It's someone who's just figuring out their powers and they're kind of a jerk and they can hurt your feelings, but it's nothing that's going to do you in. They are not dastardly. They're just reckless. This person is conniving. This person is cunning. This person is dastardly. This masculine energy, do you understand? This Shiva, third eye, masculine, this masculine energy is something that is purposefully delighting in bringing pain to others and also getting away with something. This is the huckster, the deceit. This is the narcissist. This is your garden variety narcissist. Isn't it a terrible time we're in where we have garden varieties of narcissism? This is a cluster B personality, so understand that. And so you were refusing to see what they were up to as they were juggling all these swords. And what are these swords? These swords are other energies, other people, other things. And where are you two? If your relationship is a priority, here are these two swords stuck in the ground, being left behind because they're too busy. They have their hands full with other things. So the universe said, okay, we had to take you on that big karmic wheel. We had to throw in a little bit of karma because there had to be balance. And so when you're having balance, now that there's been a tower moment, what are we going to focus on? We're going to focus on our self-mastery, lovers, and friends. We're going to focus on how we become Eight of Pentacles, the master at what we do. That means we're going to try new techniques. That means we're going to take care of ourselves more. That means that if you're a yogi, you are going to be investing in the best sweat-wicking pants and tops and the most skid-free mat. You're going to figure out how to become a master at what you do. Let's balance that energy, they said. We've turned it right side up. Let's empty that out. Now, here's what I love about this as it was in verse. That masculine that was lying, this is us shaking out. Let's shake it out together, guys. Shaking out the lies, shaking out the truth, and coming into a place where we can truly find balance. But man, just because we found balance doesn't mean in our romantic energy that we're not going to find challenging times. See, as a result of the truth coming to light, as a result of things happening that are now outside seemingly of your control, you have wanted to insulate yourself, my loves. You've wanted to pull your energy back and say, this hurt too much. I don't deserve this. This does not seem fair or right. And the universe says, it's okay. It's all right for you to know that through those challenging times, we're purging you in the fire. We're purging you in the storm. We're purging out the situation so that you can evolve and you can get back to a place where you are in a true state of flow. Let's get that over our finding balance. Once we achieve balance, we're in the flow. We stop pushing against it. This was hard. This was uncomfortable. This hurt. This was pain. This was betrayal. And so this is such a lovely place to be where the current carries you. I spent much of my life in the Keys, and I remember those days where you swim on the bay and you can just float in the water and you won't go too far. It's gentle, it's safe, and you are in the flow. And wherever you do go, you realize that there's an adventure waiting or something new you hadn't seen or a new fish or a new piece of coral. And you just enjoy that direction. That's what your angels want you to do, guys, to get back to this divine feminine. You said, but wait a minute, you skipped over the page. What does that mean? Well, that means in these challenging times, considering your divine masculine was bringing you paltry gifts, paltry apologies, little things of acknowledgement, but not really taking any responsibility for the behavior. This is a basic little thing. Is it worthy of an empress? Is it worthy of divine mother? Is it worthy of the empress? And yes, your patience is required. But also, this is how we truly find balance, my friends. Your patience is required, but so is your honesty. So is your authenticity. So are your words that may cut like a knife. So are your words that may make the person it's not so much that it's going to make them rethink their behavior. They've made their choice. Queen of Swords here. But you are exacting, and your tongue, should you choose to unleash it, could take you very far. So they're asking you to find balance in your balance finding. So yes, you are going to be giving this kind of advice and energy to someone, and maybe you want to cuss them out and you held yourself back. You had to do more evolving in this situation than you ever bargained for, and that's how you know it was a real soulmate, guys. That's how you know that the other person is merely a karmic, someone that came in to teach them lessons that you would have never been able to teach. But man, here's what I want you to take away from this. There have been a lot of readings with this theme that I have noticed lately, but what I want you to understand is that if you're watching this reading and you did not do the dastardly deed, cross watchers, hello. If any cross watchers did this deed, then that's between you and the Lord. But for my divine feminines that came through and showed up and showed out, and they had someone try them for their whole life, disrespect them in ways that they couldn't even have fathomed or expected from that person, the universe says, you've already done your work. You've already come into a place, and you're coming to further of it, but balance. You've been living through the challenging times while your divine masculine has not been taking any accountability whatsoever. So you are able to now push through this, and they're going to look at you and think, oh my goodness, they're fine, but they don't realize that you've been carrying the weight of their shenanigans for years, some of us. For years, some of you. For years, some of we. All of us have been carrying the weight of this. And so I want to tell the truth. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if you see this reading, you've already done the heavy lifting. And that means that the blessings get to come in for you. That means that you're going to get back into a place. It says your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. You know why they're blooming more rapidly? Because you've been tilling the soil with fresh manure provided to you by divine masculine. All of this manure is, and Miracle Grow really, is brought to you by Divine Masculine. And the Miracle Grow is provided by your essence, Divine Feminine. So give yourselves a clap on the back for persevering and sticking through what is ultimate betrayal. They said, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So let's talk about what's coming up as we move forward. We'll put these two yokels here together, and let's balance our balance even more. Angels, show the collective as well as the lovers out of balance here, going through these challenging times, what they need to see. This is one question that's asked. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells within your heart, your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. What does that mean? If you could do anything, what would it be? In this time of social quarantining, social distancing and quarantining, and self-distancing, what is it that we're missing? Connection. Let's talk about it. What was missing from divine masculine to you feminines? What was missing, my divine feminines? Connection, honesty, being available and present. In our society, we got out of whack with that, yeah? And we are now being brought into alignment. When we are able to go gather as a society, as a universe, as a world, there is nothing that I've ever seen in my life that has galvanized us more than this, to remind us of our shared and collective humanity in these challenging times than this coronavirus. What I want you to understand is if you could do anything, you would connect. So today, I want you to find somebody to connect with, whether it's a phone call, a text. I mean, obviously, these are our options now, so it's going to have to be these things, but no matter what it is, find somebody to connect with, my loves. Find someone to connect with and honor that spark in you. Now, for my romantic people here that are not able to connect with this divine masculine because you are separated or whatever the case may be, remember that you are cultivating and tilling in that same soil that they fertilize with lots of manure. What are we going to be planting? New loves, my loves. New loves, my loves. I love that. I'm going to ring the bell on that. Amen. We're going to call on Archangel Anel right now. I feel led to, and ask Archangel Anel to come and connect us with proper and appropriate relationships that will serve our highest good, where our connection, communication, and authenticity is honored. Amen. So let's see what else they have for us here. Embrace. Now, what did we just pray for? Come on now. Talk about it. Talk about it. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. That is what they're saying here, guys. That person we just prayed for, that we called in with Archangel Anel, who happens to be the angel that deals with love, romance, and all things relational, even family, so it's not just lovers. That angel is going to bring us somebody with whom we can find the missing pieces, with whom we can grow. See, that Queen of Swords will cover her up a little bit. She served her purpose. She stood up for us. She protected us. She helped us stay out of ego and moved into new areas. How does a relationship begin is a question, and here's an answer. Through friendship. They said the new relationship that's coming in for you, they want you to nurture the bonds of that with friendship in your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. I feel like if you started off in lust in anything, no matter what, whether it's the karmic with the divine masculine, yes, that's a question I know you guys have, or whether it is you with your self in a new relationship, you've got to have friendship. You got to like that person. You know, and when we're younger, we don't think that this is a necessity. We use our passion and our body parts to lead us into the next stages of things. But the truth of the matter is, this matters. And I didn't realize how much it mattered till recently. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed being friends with people and truly just figuring out what that is. It's such an important step, and I think that people miss it. So let's see here. Well, they want us to go back and do a little bit of work about what we refuse to see. It says, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. That was a cure for this, right? That's also a cure for our collective, isn't it? Haven't we become a Twitter world? Haven't we become a world where each of us are Dr. Phil and we all have our own opinions? And so they're saying, if you want more love in your life, as we are separated in this time, you can create it by loving each other and kind of keeping every comment that runs through your brain to yourself. I have had lots of comments that have run through my brain as this situation resonates so deeply with my own. It could be a personal reading. I have had lots of comments about this, guys. But you know what? I've handled them responsibly thus far, thanks to a great business manager. Doesn't mean that they will not all get spilled, but there is a time and a place to become the Queen of Swords. Okay. Throat chakra. That was I'm letting you guys hear that. Excuse me, and I'm not going to start over. Okay, so I'm supposed to spill what that was. Do you see how your angels will... I am swallowing nothing. Hold on one moment, guys. Let me get a sip of water. Wow. All right, so let's talk about this. So criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. So are you being critical, or are you telling the truth? Man, did they stop me in my tracks with that. Very powerful. Queen of Swords tells the truth. She's exacting. Criticizing is a different thing. And I think that maybe in my own situation, I've been categorizing telling the truth for healing for myself and for others that are going through the same situation with criticizing. They said, do not conflate the two. Both things can exist, but they do not have to exist together. And I feel like I may be uploading some videos tonight that I've had on hold. I think it might be time. In any case, if I do, I'll link some of them in here so you'll understand more in depth and maybe be able to walk through some other things going on in your own situation. Wow, guys, powerful moment. One more thing here. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Come on now. Come on, same card, different card. Come on now. What does it say? Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize, but they need some nurturing, some time, and some care. All right. Man, they're just going to talk to us today. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural, come on now, the natural flow. Go with the flow. We resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Where is it leading to, guys? It's leading to a new partner. Where is it leading to, guys? It's leading to reconnections in your relationships. That friendship that you're nurturing now is something deeper. And I want you guys to understand that some of you guys are in this situation and transitioning right now. And even though I'm understanding this reading, I don't understand every part of it for myself. But what I will say is, there are some of you guys that are watching that are having a friendship that's going to evolve into a lover or something that's going to be very powerful. I even feel flustered as I say it, like very powerful and transformative, and kind of give you a love that you hadn't really thought that you would ever have. Oh man, but the way to it, these cards just flipped out. Whew, goodness. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your... Okay, this is when my angels like to get really snarky. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Life is too precious to waste. Create your own reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Guys, I want to tell you that one of the things that led me out into a healthier space from a situation that was definitely a challenging time that I was refusing to see is that I thought, I've spent all this time loving this person. I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing that for nothing when they never ever cared about me. And it was just such a blatant in your face splash of cold water. It wasn't like hurtful. It was just real matter of fact. It was real Queen of Swords. I was like, this is stupid. I betcha there's someone that actually will love me in this world the way that I thought that I needed or was getting, even though it wasn't happening for my divine masculine. And I think you can have it all, guys. I do. Hold on for that. I don't understand it, but I just remember that feeling of being like, life is too short. This person truly doesn't deserve any more time. So let's see what else comes up here, guys. We're going to wrap this up here shortly because I don't even know how long I've been talking, and because of the way the camera's set up. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Yeah, guys, there's a couple of you that are watching. The situation is just done. It's cooked. There's nothing you can do. And also, there's a part of you that doesn't want to do anything. You feel like, well, they did what they did. I've done what I've done. And I'm just ready to move on. I don't have any fight in me. I don't. I'm not going to fight over something where I wasn't wrong. If you had, listen, if you know what your part was in a situation, and if you did something dastardly, if you were our guy here, then that's different. But my karma is shiny. It's clean. I gave honestly, and I was honest. This is why they want you to get this right. When you pass from this world, take nothing with you but your soul and the memories that you shared with those that you love. You take nothing with you but that, and that's why this matters. Oh, come on now. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities, lovers as well as collective. The past is now behind us. There are new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. That's new love. Follow it with faith. Imagine yourself being surrounded by light, being beloved and surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. I love this color green, and I've been wearing it a lot as I've been working through heart chakra healing. This is the heart chakra card. Let's just see for giggles what comes up. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind. I don't care about the words. And every time I come into the building, everybody's hands go up and they stay there. Guys, this is what comes for you. I wasn't even going to pull a card. I wanted to talk about the color, but man, my angels guided me here. This is what comes for you. Success and growth. Oh, when I tell you I feel that energy for you, I speak that over you. Ooh, it's such a powerful energy. Success and growth comes here for us after we walk away from the situation and let it heal. You know, it was a favor that was done to me. I didn't think it in the moment and at the time, but my goodness, the amazing things that have started to happen in my life. Doesn't mean you don't have days where you're challenged and where you're sad, but what it means is that you get to have a life that I think that I was holding myself back from, because for me, divine masculine wasn't a hustler in that way. They hustled for other things, but not in that way. And I thought it was my responsibility as divine feminine to give that to them completely. How, my divine feminines out there, do you feel like that's your responsibility to provide? That's not the balance. That's not our integration. What I want you to understand, whether you are in heterosexual situation, a same-sex situation, we both exist, male and female, in divine feminine and masculine. So understand that, cross that up however you need to make it work for your situation, right? But what I want you to understand is success. This is the card of mastery. Remember, we talked about it at the beginning, self-mastery that happens here. And last thing, we now have freedom. There's nothing stopping you. Your path is clear, okay? There's nothing stopping you. Your path is clear. You're ready to go forward. Final lovely card. Passion and new beginning and twin flames. Okay, they just said run the deck. Oh, passion. A magnetic, seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. And then new beginning, a new adventure, holiday waits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. I added holiday. I feel like that's coming up. I don't understand that for whoever that's for. Twin flames, your passion ignites. There's a difference between twin flames and soulmates and karmics. And I have several videos kind of detailing these things. But guys, do your research. Do your research. Give thanks in final for the blessing of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Guys, it has been so good. We're going to just ask right now that Archangel Gabriel of communication, Archangel Michael of soul and cord cutting, we ask that you come in right now. Gabriel, Michael, and all angels of assistance. And now we ask that you come in right now and that you light this up in the best way. Burn to ashes the past that was painful and create for us a new way forward into this new love, new friendship, new relationship, new lover, for whatever, for whom the bell tolls. Whatever way whoever is hearing this needs to receive, let them receive those things, but in purity and in truth. Someone who isn't afraid to be honest, someone who is authentic, someone who balances divine feminine and masculine, even if they don't understand it. We ask that they are aware, sound, and balance. And I pray for those that are listening under the sound of my voice, that you will be manifesting better times and that we will put down these challenging times and that we will go with our flow because we have woken up and now we see clearly. Amen. Amen. Such a pleasure reading for you today, guys. Come on back and we're going to continue to evolve together.